Hey y'all, Frank Douglas here again. In my first video I talked about possibly doing some unboxing and some devices that could help you with your weight loss, with your health, with understanding what your body's doing. And so this is going to be the first one. I've opened up the box, but I have not opened up anything else, just so you guys can see what comes. And this is the Keto Mojo. And it's going to, it's a finger prick device, and it is going to check the blood levels of your ketones and the blood levels of your glucose. So I'm going to move the camera and then we'll do a quick unboxing, and I'm going to be moving it around a couple times maybe and show you how it works, and I'll go through it with you for the first time myself. Awesome. All right, we're back. So I've moved it over here to the other side of the counter. We're going to unbox it and see what's in it. So you get the Mojo, this device here, that's in the box. We'll go over that here in a little bit. You get the lancets, which is the piece that pricks your finger. And then the one I ordered, you get 60 individually wrapped glucose test strips and 60 individually wrapped ketone test strips. And then I ordered another 60. Put these off to the side here. So first thing, you get a little page that shows, track your results with the app, activate your warranty, rate us, and then let us help you. And then a little quick get started guide. Then you get the devices in there, and then this is the Lancet pen and an instruction book. Let's see what all we have here. We've got we got the user manual. Then we've got some, all this stuff that comes in all these things. This is a, this is a different language, so that's not going to work for me. I don't speak that one. Let's see here. That's a different language also. So those are for different languages. This is your a quick reference guide. This is another quick reference guide in a different language. And then this is ketone control solution packet insert. And then this is the blood glucose one. So that's what you get in this box. This box is very sturdy, very much protected. So that's what's in that one. This is the Lancet, like we talked about. I'm not going to open that quite yet. And then this is the measuring device. And so we open it up. And so inside here we've got, I'm going to come over to the side here. Inside here we've got the Keto Mojo measuring device that you put the readers into. We got to pull this out to activate it. So the battery's activated. Okay, so we got some Lancets here. 2 sets of Lancets, 30 a piece. Then we've got 2 sets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 10 each. 1 for the glucose, which are these, and 1 for the ketones, which are these. And then this is your solution that I believe level 1 or level 2 glucose control solution for both. So that's what we're going to get there. I'm going to run back over here. We're going to go through the quick start guide, quick reference guide, and I'm going to get this thing set up real quick. So let's see here. You pretty much have to go through this real quick. It's going to be fairly easy. I'm not going to go through this with you online or on the video. All right, so I'm back. So we've got the Keto Mojo, we've got the Lancet pen, and we've got the blood glucose strip, and we've got the ketone strip. This is the very first time I've done this. You guys get to experience it with me. The Lancet gun, you just turn this and it opens up, and then this, I've already put it in there, but you just push this device in. It's kind of confusing if you ask me, because this blue Lancet has a whole bunch of different ribs and stuff on it, and there's really no instructions on the position of which you would set that. I just pushed it in there and it seems to work. Then you just put the top back on to where it clicks back in. Click it in. It has a number here. I hope you guys can see that. There's a number right here that shows basically how deep it's going to penetrate into your finger. So I've set it for 3. It looks like it goes up to 5. So 1 through 5, I'm going to go to 3. And then I've washed my hands already, so my hands are clean. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pull back on this pen, and then I am going to press this button. We'll go right here this time. And that did not do enough. So I'm going to go to 4 and go back. Try that. That is not working. So my glucose is 68. So then you pull that out. And I'm not even sure exactly where my glucose should be at this point yet. Then we're gonna put in the ketones. And I'm at a 0.8. So that's not bad, I know that. A 1.0 is supposed to be really good. All right, well, I'm having a heck of a time with some reflections. I hope you guys can see this. All right, so here's what we've got. So I tested. So this is saying my glucose is at 68, and I'm in the optimal zone. It says glucose levels are between 60 and 83. And so mine's right now at 68. The graph shows low, and then it goes all the way up to high, and the highest setting I see is 180, and I'm at 68. I believe that's pretty good. We'll see how that works on down the road. If I click out of this on this X, it takes me back to the last screen, and I can go into my ketones. So if you click ketones, it says I'm in a light nutritional ketosis at 0.8. So if I was a little bit higher, or if I was at a 1.0 or a 1.5, I believe that would be a little bit better. I have not had anything to eat today. I've had my coffee, and that's about it. And there's really nothing in my coffee that should affect either my glucose or my ketones, but I will check that tomorrow because I'll be testing in the morning before I drink my coffee. So I'm going to eat some lunch, and then I'm going to test my levels again and see where we're at. And all right, y'all, I had a small piece of salmon with the skin that was cooked in my convection oven. I had some asparagus, and I had some Brussels sprouts for lunch. It's been 30 minutes, and we're gonna see what's changed since I've had my lunch. So we are at on a glucose. Well, glucose, we were at 68, and at the ketones, we were at a 0.8 millimoles. So now we're just gonna go in, I'm gonna go through this thing again, and I've already cleaned my hand, and we're gonna do a finger prick if we can get this thing to work this time a little bit better. See if here, oh, wrong button. I felt that. They say wipe off the first little spot, and we're gonna put in the strip here. Put this strip in here. And we're gonna squeeze. And it says that my ketones are at a 1.0, so that's better than they were. and I'm at 87. So it didn't raise terribly, but it did raise a little bit. I'm happy with that. All right, it's been an hour. Kind of adjusted this thing. I hope not too much. We're gonna see what this thing does now. Hopefully it doesn't light me up, but it's been 1 hour since I've had my lunch, and we're gonna see where we're at on our levels here. Oh yeah, felt that one. Here we're testing is for glucose, and I'm up to 123, so that's really shot up after an hour. And then let's look at ketones, and it's normally gonna shoot up because I ate lunch. So my ketones have dropped to a 0.7. At 30 minutes, they were at a 1.0. So they've went down. All right, y'all, it's been another hour, so we're 2 hours past my lunchtime. The first hour, I stayed inside after lunch, and I was working on stuff in the house. This last hour, I've been outside unloading a trailer. It's about, 95 degrees here in Missouri. And so pretty hot. I expect these numbers to be going way back down, but we'll see. 108, so it's went down a little bit. Let's do ketones. Ooh, 0.5, that's pretty low. Not sure why that's so low. Might look into that. All right, so I've used the blood glucose and ketone monitoring system through Keto Mojo for 2 full days now. It seems to be a very good product. I'm going to continue using it. I really like it. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars, if you will. Hi, Clarice. My puppy just came in. The box is very strong and durable. The device seems like it works well. My only complaint with it would be this lancet. I've noticed when I've watched some other people using this online, they don't use this lancet, and they are obviously not fans of it. They buy a separate one. I would venture to guess that's probably the best thing to do also, because I've struggled with this thing. And it's the piece that goes inside that pricks your finger, that there's really no set way to put it in. So the only way I got it to work was I had to put it in but not push it in all the way. It was the only way that it would work for my skin. Maybe that's just my skin, but with other people looking like they're not using the lancet either, it's possible that it's just not the greatest quality. But everything else seems to be great. So the device, what I purchased, I believe was $99. It was on sale. You can go to their website, Keto Mojo website, and purchase it. I think it's a good device. I think that it gives us a lot of insight to what food is doing in our body during different times, whether you're fasting, whether it be morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever it is. So one of the things I wanted to bring up is why I purchased this device and what it's going to do for me and how it can possibly help you. So when we're talking about ketones, the latest research shows that the best way to check your ketones is in your blood. The ketones that are in your urine are good to check when you're first starting out keto, but they quickly fall off, and they're not a real good representation of the ketones that you're using. They're being discarded in your urine. So you can also check it in your breath, but they say that the ketones in your blood are the best way to check that. And then when it comes to the glucose, your body produces glucose, and you consume food that is turned into glucose and that your body uses. But when you are keto, you're not consuming that glucose as much. You're not consuming carbs. You're consuming fats and proteins and a very, very few carbs. So your ketone or your glucose levels are a lot lower. And so when you eat something, if it spikes your glucose off the chart, then you know it had a negative effect on you. It's gonna raise your glucose up, but because you consumed it and your body's working through digesting it and turning it into energy. But if it spikes it, you probably either got into something that was a lot of carbs, or you got into something that your body just didn't like and spiked your glucose. There's a lot of different reasons that things can spike your glucose, and also it can dive. So the thing is when you're keto, you really don't have the huge ups and downs of spikes and crashes. It stays pretty level. And so as you're eating and you realize, oh, I had a salad and it went up a little bit and came back down, that's perfect. And then you decided you wanted to have some keto ice cream and it spiked it real high, you realize that ice cream maybe wasn't the best option. So the next time you don't eat that ice cream, you find something that doesn't spike your ketones, or I'm sorry, your glucose is high. So there's a lot of people out there that keto ice cream might spike their glucose real high, and there's other people that can eat that same ice cream and it not spike it. There's also times that you can consume ice cream and say you consume some ice cream and it doesn't spike it, and you're like, hey, that's great. But then you go through a stressful event, or you're in the middle of a stressful event, and you consume that same ice cream, it can spike your glucose a lot higher. So it's just a learning process. So you realize and learn what foods affect you in what way at certain times in life. So I hope that helps out on what it will do to help you lose weight, to help you get healthy, to help you control what your body is, your levels, so you can consistency stay in ketosis and stay your glucose levels stay fairly even with a little bit of a wave up and down as you eat, and then you can get healthier and you can lose the weight that you're carrying that you don't want to carry anymore. I will continue to use this, and I'm sure you'll see it in future videos where I'm referring to it. So thanks for tuning in. If you find this content useful, please subscribe, hit the like button, turn those notifications on, and I've got another video coming up very soon. Talk to you later.